All right, we have the compilation footage, Elden Ring footage that was shown. Taipei game show. You seen this? This is Agheel. A dragon. They call it a dragon though, but it's kind of like a wyvern, isn't it? Definition depends on, I guess, what you think. There's this shaly rock again. We see this shaly rock. See a big tree on here, like a dead tree. Interesting. And we can see this is the kind of rock that was around the dragon that like grabbed the lightning bolt in that one trailer, which was pretty cool. Got some legit samurai armor here too. Got a member from Ashina Castle here, I think. Got a short bow or a long bow of some sort. Probably a long bow. Anybody home? Doesn't matter. We're coming in. That's gonna be cool. To play a samurai build. How cool is that, right? You can just like put it together. Wow. My rascal build is gonna be never better. Stormveil. We know what this is all about. That's a new bad guy, right? He's a heavier knight. This was a streamed thing, so it's a bit the information's or the visuals a bit wacky. Parry. But the blood is really bright. The player's blood is the same color, it looks like. Did he duck that? Oh, it looked like he ducked it. I could have sworn the enemy ducked that arrow. It looks like that, doesn't it? That is funny. Yeah. I think it's a damaging animation, but it just looks odd how it hits him. What is that? It's an item. He's using an item to cast a spell? What? Are there consumable items that generate spells? That would be... They do have, like, consumables that... You know, items that you use one time and it's based off a stat. Like firebombs and the... Like, the zappy, throwy things, whatever those are, based on faith. Okay. Yeah, why not? He gets the style points with a jump and the bow shot. Look how there's icons that are the same. Right? This right here. This right here, this right here, those are like the same icons. So they're not totally unique. They must mark something general, like these are ruins or this is a cave. I mean, these are caves, obviously. So, like a cave, different type of cave, I guess. Obviously, what do they call these again? I forget. Fallen Grace or Points of Grace or something like that. I forget what they're called now. Like a bridge icon here. On the bridge, it's a bit much, right? Isn't that obvious at the bridge because there's water underneath it? Lots of interesting things in the map. I think this is smart. It's like the map is like an approximation of what's there. Like there's not like one tree right here. There's probably like several trees where this one tree is represented, or there's not exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees along this coast or whatever. There's probably more than that. So that face, next gen tech. That's the shield retaliation mechanic we saw. He blocks it, here's a little cling, and then it goes after for an attack. It does poise damage, it looks like a substantial amount, or some amount more than normal, perhaps. So what happens if you're PvP, right, and you hit my shield, and I retaliate with that, and you block that and retaliate back? Can you go back and forth like that, I wonder? That could be interesting. It's kind of like a stat check scenario, but you could mix it up by rolling or just, like, doing something else, you know? That axe is from the one... oh, it's got like a poke on it too. Is it a halberd? That's like the axe thing that the giant golem thing had. You got one of the many camps that you can invade and take care of business. We have Pokemon summons. The bird. Did it breathe fire? I think it did. It breathed fire. It's like literally, what's the fire bird? Moltres. Is that right? Moltres? Is that a Pokemon? I think that it is. With the whip going on. What is that thing? It's weird. And it's worth noting here that like the summons are like super white and opaque white, and it's like obviously not real. And this is a readability decision because that makes sense. I'm not sure I totally agree with it. It's like awfully white, but you can tell at a glance, like instantly, what's yours and what's an enemy. Oh, 2 whips. I'm getting slapped. Oh, look at that. The whip came around and hit the guy on the left that was flying up on him. This guy right here, watch him get slapped down. Pop. So the animation like whipped around and it like covered him. Which is not like amazing, it's just, I just noticed it. Oh, jeez. Watch out, baby. The Nazgul are here. Show the riders in the cinematic or something like them at least. Thought it was a player for a second. There's that guy again. Oh, it's the bears! Oh, they showed those bears off recently. Those are cool. I call them Cinna-Bears because they have like a swirl on their chest, and it reminded me of a cinnamon roll, so I call them Cinna-Bears. I think it's humongous, dude. I think it's cool. It's a neutral animal. I never considered the possibility. They've been showing off goats and birds and stuff, but they may have a neutral animal who just leaves the player alone. But if you poke it in the butt, it slaps your face off. For some reason, I only thought there's only going to be like little weak neutral animals. But no, there could be like really powerful neutral animals that you can hunt. I wonder if they get in fight with other enemies. That'd be cool, right? Like see other enemies attacking the bear and just like turn around and just start slapping their heads off. Okay. Because it doesn't aggro, right? I don't think it does. He's just... That's a scratch and pull, you know? He's just scratching and sharpening his claws. So you can delete somebody later? A neutral animal. Why didn't I think of that? It's big, man. Wait, we're not that far from Stormvale. These are the nobles, right? The noble enemies. They've wandered around a fair amount. So it's supposed to be the second major area, I guess. It's big. Dude, this is some serious like Breath of the Wild vibes. This really feels like Breath of the Wild blended in with Dark Souls, which is like super. What a great thing. Can't be too big. It's got to have dense enough content. We don't want empty, per se. This is an axe and a half. Hell you. Tree Sentinel time. This guy's gnarly too. Notable things. Consumable based spells. That's interesting, right? And my personal favorite probably is Bear Boy. I don't know where he was. There he is. Look at that bear, man. Look at the size of him. He's like that's like I don't know what that is. That's big boy is what that is. Big, like the guardian ape or something like that. Neutral animals. Why didn't I think of that? I don't think I know like because like Breath of the Wild has like neutral animals that you can hunt, but they're just not enemies. I mean, obviously, and there's no sizes. There's like squirrels and like little things. No like super dangerous ones. All the dangerous things are like just normal enemies, like, or they're just enemies. Period. They're different sizes and there's boss like enemies as well. Looks good. I'm ready.